from the civic side. I hope you have prepared all two chapters. So now we'll read our third chapter from the civic side. So the name of our chapter is the Indian Parliament. The Indian Parliament. This is the name of our chapter. So in this chapter we will talk about the Parliament and the two forms of Parliament, that is the Lok Sabha and the Rajya Sabha. After that we will discuss the functioning of the Parliament and the Election Commission. Okay. So you know that India have, it means in the past time when we have discussed about the ancient history and the medieval history. At that time so many rulers are there. Okay, and these rulers, they have just, we can say that the monarchical system are there. In this type of system, the people, they cannot choose their representative. Either they cannot choose their own king. Who will just take care of their things. It means in the monarchical system, only the king, they have all the responsibility, and the king only the whole soul responsible of the kingdom. Okay, and the people, they don't have any choice to make their own ruler. And it means in this time the same thing is that after the death of the king, their son, he will become the king. It means the people, they don't have any type of choice. And when the British government came into the force, so at the time also we can say that the monarchical system or the dictatorship is there. So that time also the people have no choice to select their representative. But right now we can say that we are living in our country India, and our country India is a democratic country. Democratic country, it means here the people, they have choice to select their own representative. With the help of universal adult franchise, you know that universal adult franchise? Universal adult franchise, it means the people, those who have the age of 18 years and above, they have the choice, they have the right to give the vote. Either he belongs from any community, either he is rich or poor, either he is Hindu, Muslim, or he belongs from any community. He is following any religions. Either he is rich or poor, okay, either male or female. So they can give the vote. They have the right to give the vote. But in the British time, it means only some people, they have the right to give the vote. It means only we can say that the rich people are the people, those who are obeying the order of the British government, only they have the right to give the vote. And especially the female, they don't have any type of right to give the vote. So in our country India, we are following the democratic pattern, and in the democratic pattern, the people have right to give the vote. It means by our own choice, we can select our representative. And this representative, it means they will work behalf on us. Okay. So in this chapter we will discuss about all these things. So now one question is coming in front of us. If you will read the book, so you will see that why election, not selection. Okay. This question is that why election, not selection? Because election, it will in a large it means we can say that it is in a large area. It means more and more people are involved in the process of election, and in this way they can just choose their representative. If we talk about the selection, so selection involves only a few people, and in this selection, all the people, those who are suppose some people are belong from the minority group, so they are not able to choose their representative, or they are not able to stand in election in the process of selection. So we can say that election involves a large group and a large area, and the selection, it involves only a few people or the few area only. Okay, so that's why election is required, and with the help of election, we people can choose our representative, and this representative, they will do the work behalf on us. Okay, so now it means in this chapter, after completing the election, why election and not selection, we will discuss about the Parliament. Okay. So now we discuss about the Parliament. introduction part of the parliament. So in the parliament there are this consists of two houses. Lok Sabha. Lok Sabha, it means this is the lower house, and Rajya Sabha. Rajya Sabha, it is known as the upper house of the parliament. And in this Lok Sabha, we can say that for the Lok Sabha, there are general election are held for those who are the member of the Lok Sabha. Okay, it means with the help of the general election, the candidate, or we can say that the member of the Lok Sabha are elected, and these members, the selected member, or we can say that the elected member, they are known as the MPs, member of parliament. Okay, and for the Rajya Sabha, there are also further procedure are there. So first of all, we discuss about the Lok Sabha. Lok Sabha. Okay, Lok Sabha, it means the lower house. But if we compare this Lok Sabha to the Rajya Sabha, so Lok Sabha here we can say that more powerful. Okay, comparison to the Rajya Sabha, because the member of the Lok Sabha is directly elected by the general election. Okay, it means we the people of India, with the help of our vote, we can elect the member of the Lok Sabha, and this elected member, they are known as the MPs, we can say that member of parliament. So for this election, for this general election of the Lok Sabha, we can say that the time period or the tenure of the Lok Sabha, it was, I think you know about the same. It is 5 years. Okay, it means after completing the 5 years, the Lok Sabha is completely dissolved, and again the election are there, and again the new elected member are known as the representative. Okay, so it means the time period of the Lok Sabha is 5 years. Okay, and after 5 years it will completely dissolved, and it means those who want to become the member of the Lok Sabha, so for that their age should be 21st year, and he or she should be the citizen of this country India. It is very much important that he or she should be the citizen of this country, and he or she should be mentally stable. Okay, this some qualification is standard for the representative of the Lok Sabha. And in our country India, there are 545 seats are there for the Lok Sabha election. It means we can say that our whole country is divided into 545 constituency. What is constituency? Constituency, it means the area. In particular area, some members are staying, and they will just stay in the election, and people choose to them by their own choice. But in this 545 seats are there. But in this 545, total 543 constituencies are there. Okay, and 2 members. These 2 members are selected from the Anglo-Indian. It means total 543 constituencies are there, and remaining 2 seats. It means these 2 seats. For these 2 seats, 2 members are selected from the Anglo-Indian side. Why the Anglo-Indian side? Because this Anglo-Indian, they are, we can say that very small minority groups are there. That's why these 2 seats are reserved for this Anglo-Indian. And for the Lok Sabha election, there are 543 constituencies areas are there. And in this way, it means all these 543 constituencies area, the general election are held, and after that, those who are the, it means people directly they can give the vote for this MPs. Okay, member of parliament. Okay, so we can say that those who, suppose so many parties are there like BJP, Congress, and so different types of parties are there. So for that one magical number is there, like we can say that the 245. This is, we can say that the magical number for this election. It means magical number, it means total majority, because 543 constituencies areas are there. So 543 people, they were elected from the different areas. Okay, and from the different parties. So the party who just got 245 seats, okay, 245 and more than 245 seats, they are become the majority party, and we can say that the ruling party. Okay, and other parties, because if any single party got this particular seat, so he will become the majority party and the ruling party, and another party, so there is known as the opposition party. Okay, and the leader of this ruling party, we can say that the prime minister is the leader of this ruling party. Okay, so in this way we can say that in this type of things the election are held, and the majority party, it means the party those who got this particular seats, they will become the majority party, and after that we can say that there are some sessions are also there in the parliament. We can say that the monsoon session are there, the budget session is there, the winter session is there. Okay, so here the Lok Sabha is complete. Now we discuss about the Rajya Sabha. Okay, so now we will discuss about the Rajya Sabha. Okay, so Rajya Sabha. It means the Rajya Sabha is known as the upper house. Already I have explained you that Lok Sabha is known as the lower house and the Rajya Sabha is known as the upper house. But then also, definitely the Rajya Sabha is the upper house, but the more power and more function of the Lok Sabha, it means the lower house. So Rajya Sabha, the total member of the Rajya Sabha, we can say that there are 250 members are there in the Rajya Sabha. Okay, but in this we can say that 250 members, there are only, we can say that some 12 members from this two, it means this 250 members along with this 12 members. So for the another 238 people, for that the member of legislative assembly, they will just select the candidate for the Rajya Sabha, and this 12 members. This 12 members, it will directly nominated by the president. It means those who have done the work in very, it means very proper work or very special work in a field of science, in a field of media. Okay, so this 12 members, the president will nominate this 12 members. Okay, and others, they will just selected by the member of legislative assembly. And we can say that the Rajya Sabha, so it is already, we can say that the upper house. So Rajya Sabha, but then also their function is somewhat, it means some very different type of functions are there in Rajya Sabha and the Lok Sabha. Their functioning, there are, it means the more function as compared to the Rajya Sabha. Okay. So if we talk about the time period of the Rajya Sabha, so you know that the Lok Sabha, the time period was the 5 period, but for the Rajya Sabha, that tenure, it means we can say that the time period for the 6 year. Okay, but then also we can say that after 6 years, the Rajya Sabha will not completely dissolve. How? It means it is just mentioned that 2/3 of the member of the Rajya Sabha will retire after every 2 years. Okay, it means again the new member will join the Rajya Sabha. It means we can say that the Rajya Sabha will not dissolve completely. Okay, so now we can say that the different type of sessions are also there. We have just said to you that monsoon session and the winter session and the summer session. Those 3 type of sessions are there. So it means we can, if we talk about the functioning of the parliament, so it definitely the parliament consists of the 2 houses, that is the Lok Sabha and second, that is the Rajya Sabha. Okay, so president, this just began the session for the both the session of the seats for the parliament, like the Lok Sabha and the Rajya Sabha. Okay, so it means we can say that there are 2 types of sessions are there, like questioning hour and the zero hour. Okay, so questioning hour, it means in this questioning hour, it means when the this functioning of the star too. So there are 2 types of hours are there. First, that is the questioning hour and the zero hour. So in this questioning hour, different types of ministers are there, and they can ask to the directly, they can ask to the questions to the different type of minister, and the opposition minister also they can ask to the ministers questions, and they are just responsible to give the answer. And second, that is the 0 hour. So 0 hour, it means the time period after the question hour and the remaining whole day started. So the middle time is there, that is known as the 0 hour. Okay. So in this way we can say that those who are the majority party, like Lok Sabha, suppose any party, they are just got the 250, more than 250 of the seats, they become the majority party, and this majority party, they will just elect a different type of minister among them, like defense minister, food minister, finance minister, textile minister. It means they will give the post to the different type of minister among themselves. And in this type of things, it means the parliament will do the work. Okay. Now one more thing is come in front of us, that is the election commission. So now we discuss about the election commission. So the election commission of India, that is responsible for conducting the election in our country India. Okay. So before just explain the election commission, first we discuss once more. I just want to clear to you about the sessions. So there are 3 types of sessions are there. That is the budget session, and this budget session, it is from February to May. That monsoon session from July to September, and third, that is the winter session. This winter session from November to December. Okay, you can see this thing in your book also. The things are there. Okay. So I have cleared to you about the election commission. Okay, the election commission is responsible for conducting the election, and it means in this way they are just responsible that election should be conducted in a peaceful manner, in a fair manner. Okay, it means where the election are conducting, where all the things are, we can say that very peaceful manner, very fair manner, not the unfair means they are using, because sometimes some candidate for winning the election, they are using some unfair phrase, so it is not good. So election commission is responsible for the things, and for the election it means we can say that first of all those who are members, those who want to stand in election, so first of all they will fill the nominated form, and after that the election commission will check that either his person is we can say that he is the responsible person and he is the correct person or not. So he is just taking care all the things seriously, and in this way they are conducting the election. And we can say that at the time of British government, there are not any procedures are there that anybody can participate in the election. But now in our parliament, in our constitution, it is declared that some seats is reserved for the SC/ST, it means scheduled tribes. Some seats are reserved for the ST, okay, scheduled caste, and some seats are reserved for the scheduled tribes, and also some seats are reserved for the OBC, it means other backward classes. And because our country India giving the same equal rights to the women also, so there are also some seats are reserved for the women also. It means this particular seat, it means whatever the reservation seats are there, so in this reserves is only that particular candidate will stand. And in this type of, we can say that the election commission, they are responsible for conducting the fair election in our country India. And in this type of, those who are the elected member, they are responsible for the people, okay, because people choose their representative on their behalf. So whatever the representative elected, they will do the work for the people only, because this is the motto of the democracy. Okay, so this is, it means we can say that it is very good for us that we are living in a democratic country, and here we people have a choice to choose our representative. Now I think because you are the small kids, so you have one question in your mind that why the government have just select the age for 18 years. It means why not people can give the vote. Either we can say that the people, those who are below the 18 year of age, they cannot give the vote. So one thing is there, because the kids, they are very much innocent, we can say, and for winning the election, sometimes the candidate, they are just use the unfair tricks. So that's why, because according to the government, the maturity age, that is the 18. That's why government has decided that after the 18 year, the people have right to give the vote with the help of universal adult franchise. In our country, following the same thing, that is the universal adult franchise. So I think in this chapter, the Indian Parliament, we have discussed about the Lok Sabha, the Rajya Sabha, the formation of the ministers. Okay, and also we have discussed about the election commission. I think you have clear all the things. So please once read the chapter and please prepare these topics, whatever I have explained to you. Very soon we will meet with the next topic. Thank you.